However, if we go to the other one, because on the men's side, we had arguably an even bigger upset, both by the score and because we could be in a scary situation where this one actually uphold itself, and we could see JW moving over Lube into the semifinals. Rob, your boy, Jan Hadrava, was MVP of this one, 14 points. We saw, one of the best iterations of JW we've seen all season long. We probably haven't seen this JW this good since last year's Polish Plus Liga finals, where they managed to beat Zaxa. They just looked like an elite team, and on the other side of the net, battling injuries and battling, I don't know, just apathy is Lube Civitanova. And we talked about how they had a terrible loss against Modena, and this one was again just a bad loss.
And it was at home. It was in Italy.
At home too. Yeah. It was bad. And I almost thought, I was wondering, are we going to see the reverse sweep here after the first two sets? And then they came out even worse in the third.
Even worse. Crazy. So I'll address the Jan Hadrava point, because people have been making fun of me for this all day. Jan Hadrava, credit where it's due, man. 454 efficiency is outstanding against a blocking team of Lube's caliber. That is a very good performance. Now, my take on the particular way that he hit that 454 is to just blindly bang the ball into the block over and over again. And when you get on a day where you're getting a lot of really good deflections off the block and you're scoring points in that way, that's a snowball effect for sure, because blockers get more and more pissed off that they're in the right spot and they're getting used by an inferior attacker, that they just keep on getting used. So that there weren't very many clean kills from Hadrava, although that's not really his game. His game is to try and use the block, and he had a great day doing that today. So well-deserved MVP, and he had a very good interview after the fact, especially because he played for Lube the last couple of years. So good for him. He put me to shame for at least one day. Tomasz Fornal, also very good for JW, but just look at some of those Lube numbers, man. Yikes. I don't know why Gabby Garcia got the start in this match. No idea why he did.
Well, I just think that they're I'm sure Zaitsev is still not 100% coming back, right? It's just not looking good. Yant was obviously not 100% in one, going 7 for 21, but Lube was just overall bad. 15 serving errors compared to JW's 9. They had a combined 17 attack errors between errors and blocks, as opposed to JW's 10. JW played well.
They were the better team.
They put pressure on Lube.
And they didn't have Yuri Glader, and they didn't have Stefan Boyer, and they still went to Italy and did this.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, I don't even know if you're going to want to put Boyer in after the way Hadrava played. He made Lube look silly on a number of occasions. And I think Tonuti just set a masterful game as well. He was making them move around. They were really just, Simone was all right in this one, 9 for 11, but still, you got to give
9 for 11,
give him
3 blocks, 2 aces. 9 for 11, 3 blocks, 2 aces is a
okay.
rough
Yeah,
blend.
He was a little bit more than all right, but let's be honest, this is what we just saw against Modena too, where Simone is getting up to play and he's with it, and the rest of the team around him is just not there. I mean, look at Lucarelli once again, a pedantic 11 points in this one. I don't understand. He just even in passing, 69% positive, 50% excellent, great numbers.
Really good.
He just kind of floats through the game. And I don't really he seems like a P2 to me, and he should be the P1 in this case, but he just plays like a P2. That's why I think he worked so well last year against Trentino.
They need Osmani Juantorena so bad, dude. They need him so bad. And after setback after setback after setback, with whatever his back injury is, Lube's stock is tanking incredibly hard. And now the best they can do in Champions League is force a golden set on the road in Poland. And as they learned very well last year, winning a golden set in Poland is not the easiest thing to do. This is exactly what happened to them last year. Exactly the same thing. that they play a good Polish team who nobody expects to be able to win that series, and they lose in a golden set. And it's not impossible, man. Lube is totally on the ropes, and I want to put at least some substance to my take a couple weeks ago that Lube was going to lose to Dinamo Moscow in the semifinals. Turns out Moscow was forced to forfeit. Now Lube just might lose to JW in the quarterfinals. This is nuts. I couldn't believe this game. Completely different JW team than the one that got stomped by Zaksa in the Polish Cup finals, by the way.
Yeah, completely different.
Completely
And they just seem to have this like confidence and this swagger about them. And I have no idea where it came from, especially the way that they got stomped so recently by Zaksa. You think that going up against Lube would just be like, oh shit, here we go again.
I think it's the Tony Uti effect, man. I mean, he did it last year against Lube. Maybe it's a weird little matchup thing that Lube just doesn't like. Shout outs to Jakub Popivchak as well. JW's libero. He was awesome today. Deserves a lot of credit. This is a nutty series. We were all overlooking this one completely because Lube should be on paper better at every single position.
Absolutely.
And I'm trying to think of any exceptions to that, and I can't. Like they
literally
should be every
maybe
position.
you could make the argument maybe at center. Maybe at center, right? Depending on the setting style that you like.
Yeah.
Right. Like some people might not like Jaceko's setting style. Like you might like Tony Uti's leadership. Like it's almost a toss-up for me in that one. I would still go with Jaceko myself, but I think you could make that argument, but you're not wrong. It's a big wow. But what's scary to me is how badly Lube is playing. Like this could be it for Lube. Like I think making the comparison, I think this is way worse than last year. Losing to Zaksa last year, Zaksa was a top
Zaksa
team
they were a team
we just didn't even realize it yet. And I mean, at the time they were undefeated both in Champions League and domestically. Like that was a much different Zaksa team in a lot. And this JW team just doesn't have the resume to match that. Here they are going toe to toe. It's really starting to show the cracks in Lube, and now we're starting to wonder, like, is Langini going to get the chop like we had last year with Lube?
Oh boy, would that be funny? Yeah, and the real winner in all of this is Zaksa Kedrich and Kozley for sure, because they play the winner of this series. If they get JW by some miracle, they've got to be licking their chops because they know how to destroy that team. And if they get Lube after, if they come back and force a golden set and win it, then JW will have written the blueprint on how to expose that team. And they Zaksa saw them in pools.
They literally just beat them, right? So
they saw them in pools like 2 weeks ago.
I think, like, now I want to go back and change my call because I think Zaksa is going to make the finals.
How things changed, my friends. So yeah, Champions League, incredibly spicy. These two matches today, man, I just love when we do this show. Something ridiculous happens the day of, like every week, I swear to God. And sure enough, we get two crazy upsets that totally change the fabric of all of Champions League. And fortunately, we're not done yet. So we have Monza versus Conegliano, the all-Italian women's matchup that starts tomorrow. Then you have Trentino versus Berlin on Thursday. That is at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, 11:30 a.m. Pacific. I will be on the call for both Trentino versus Berlin matches, both this week and next week. And we'll go live for the European Volleyball show before the match on Thursday just to talk about all Champions League. So if you want to see my reaction to Monza versus Conegliano and before Trentino versus Berlin, a more detailed preview, check that out on the CEV YouTube channel. But the Champions League playoffs are here. They are spicy as always, and I'm stoked about them.
Yeah, wrong. Volleyball 2117 in the chat saying Tony UT is Lube's kryptonite. Do you agree? Yes or no?
Numbers don't lie, man.
Tony UT is to Lube as what Ingapeth is to Perugia.
Those French dudes.
Those shifty French guys, right?
Those shifty French dudes. And JW's got two of them. Well, sometimes